All right, welcome to Scott's Auto. We're doing a fuel filler neck on a Kia Soul. It's a 2011, but I believe it's the same from 2010 and up. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is open the fuel cap here, door, take the fuel cap off. And there's 4 bolts in here, or screws. They have a Phillips head on them, but they're also an 8mm. I would use an 8mm. I already broke off a screwdriver, try and take them out with a screwdriver. They're going to be too tight, especially if you live anywhere that uses salt. So we'll start by taking those off. All right, now we have all those out. Don't drop any in there. We're going to jack up the car, put a jack stand underneath, take the wheel off. Those are 21mm wheel nuts, so we'll do that next. Okay, now that we have the wheel off, you can see the filler neck up in here. Okay, got the screws out. There's a hose here. Okay, you're gonna have to take the clamp off of that. Here's the new piece here. Okay, so there's clamp here that you just saw. There's one up here. So let me see here. I can't see the other one, so I'm gonna take off that secondary one, and then maybe I'll take the hose off after that, and I'll show you in a second. But that clamp looks a little rusty, so you're gonna have to be careful. And then from there, you're gonna come down here. There's a bolt that mounts it to the body here. Now it's the 10mm, so we'll do those 2 next. Okay, here's where we are. The part here, that's a 10mm bolt. I didn't take this one off yet, even though I said that was next. I wanted to have some security, like some stabilization there while I try to get this clamp off. I'm glad I did, because the bolt broke right away. It's all rusty, so I cut it with some side cutters. So now that'll come off, we'll have to replace that clamp with a new gear clamp. Still have to take the clamp off on this side here. There's one up in here. So I might have to use some remote pliers and also get that one replaced because it's quite rusty. And then if you come up here and look, that clamp broke as well, all rusted. So I cut that hose, and then I'll take the clamp off up there somehow. Maybe have to, it comes with a new one actually. So I don't have to actually go buy a replacement, but the other sides I will. So anyway, I'm gonna keep going. I'll let you know how it goes. But I gotta get that clamp off next, up in there, and then take that bolt out, and then this whole thing should come right out. Okay, so this bolt broke as well. So just so you know, that one broke off inside the body. I might have to figure something out for that. This side here, as I was trying to do that clamp off, this pipe broke, and that's where the leak was. Okay, so I had done a smoke test. This has an evap leak code. I did a smoke test. This was leaking right here. I didn't notice the damage because it's kind of undercoated on top of it. But anyway, so now I'm trying to get this hose off, and I'm just getting a screwdriver in there if you don't have like a hose pick, and just work your way around it and you'll get that off. Okay, so I got it out. One thing I did find is, as I was pulling it through here, this ABS wire gets in the way. So I just kind of pushed this bracket down, got out of the way. Just be careful not to wreck that. So I have it out now, though. There's something here I'm gonna have to transfer over there, and it's not looking like it's gonna want to come out, but I'm gonna work at it. I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so that came out easy. That was in there like that. I popped that little clip off, and that came out really easy. So I'm just gonna put it on this side now. Here, I'm gonna take that clamp off first so I can put it into that hose, and yeah, see how it goes. All right, I got the part transferred over, and just a disclaimer, I should have mentioned this earlier. Cutting this hose or trying to get this pipe off up in there, or the clamp, was a waste of time. I didn't realize this part was connected to this, and because it didn't come with it. So I just assumed it was gonna be stuck up in there somewhere. But now that I got it out, I can see that. So don't waste your time with this. You just have to take these bolts out and then focus on the other end. Okay, anyway. So now I'm trying to get this pipe out of this hose here. So I'm just working on that using a screwdriver to work it out. The hose is in really bad shape. So I'm hoping that new pipe goes in there far enough that it'll get past any bad spots and we'll still get a good seal. Okay, I got everything out. I'm not super satisfied with that hose, so I may have to end up replacing it if it has a leak. It's pretty hard and brittle. I mean, this car is 14 years old, so that's going to happen. But I got hose clamps ready to go on there. I lubricated this with some synthetic lubricant, and now it's going to go in. I'm just going to fish it up in here and then connect the hoses down there. Okay, I got it in. So see, the pipe is in there. I put that hose on as far as it'll go, so I'll be able to clamp it a little farther down, kind of where that clamp is, and get past that rough spot, which should be good. This one's in there. Okay, I'm gonna have to clamp it in the same spot as the old clamp, but you know, that's just what we have to do. And then I got the 4 bolts started up in here. So this is an aftermarket piece. Okay, so it's not going to fit 100% like the OEM. You're going to struggle a little bit getting it lined up in there and in here, but it does work. It's just a tight fit. Okay, if you want an easier way to do it, buy the OEM, but it's probably 4 to 5 times the price of this one. So anyway, I'm just going to button these up, put it all back together, and that's about it. And then make sure you clear your check engine light, put your cap back on good, and then you should be good to go. All right, thanks for watching.